by Michelob Light. It's always smooth, never filling, so why settle for anything less?
From Winnipeg at Lockport is 7 stories of wet and wild fun. Slide through the maze of twists and turns. Splash down into a sparkling heated pool. Make a day of it for the whole family. Bumper boats, miniature golf, the famous foot-long hot dogs, cotton candy, and ice-cold drinks to quench your thirst. Blow off the summer heat and cool down on the wildest slide in sight. It's Skinner's Wet and Wild Water Slide Park at Lockport. You're just minutes away from cooling your day.
Soaking up sun in paradise, kicking back on the beach, swimming and diving and fooling around. Do as you please now, we'll show you how. Tune in to Beach TV. We know, well, you ought to be. We've got the one that you're after, Beach TV.
By day, the beach is a beautiful place to play. By night, the games get a little more serious. Tune into Beach TV for a behind-the-scenes look at the hottest clubs on the Emerald Coast. Stay tuned.
The excitement is building. You step a little livelier. Your pulse quickens. Then suddenly, you're given a license to go wild. It's the track, one of the Gulf Coast's hottest, wildest, fastest, wettest attractions. Bring the kiddies, bring your parents, bring the neighborhood. There's excitement enough for any age. Get behind the wheel of your own racing machine at the go-kart track. Rev it up and go! Rush down the sweeping curve, zip around the hairpin turn, then give it all you've got to cross the finish line. At the track, everyone's a winner. Kids can ride free with an adult on the big track, or they can try it alone on our Mini 500 track. Hey, don't forget the video camera for this one. If you think that looks like fun, you haven't even gotten your feet wet yet. We're talking bumper boats. We're talking traffic jams, crazy drivers, and plenty of splashes. What a great way to cool off without missing a minute of the action. And while we're talking about cooling off, take the plunge into a freezing shaved ice, frosty drink, pizza, hot dogs, giant pretzels, and more at the Tiki Hut concession stand. Outdoor seating gives Mom and Dad a chance to relax while keeping an eye on the kids. Okay, break's over. Back to the rides. There's Kids Country, especially designed for small fries. A mini Ferris wheel, a train ride through Petticoat Junction, Noah's Lark, spinning cars, and a merry-go-round with swings. Little tykes will get their fill of thrills right here. The perfect family-style game can be played by young and old, experienced and not so experienced. Grab a club and set out for adventure on the Surf and Safari mini golf courses. Pick either the mountain or the island course, winding through steep mountains, deep caverns, scenic waterfalls, and all the wild beasts of the jungle. Challenge each other, or just see if you can get through it. A new addition to the track is absolutely not for the faint of heart. Ready, set, bungee! Come on, take the plunge. Geronimo! It's fast. It's wild. There's nothing like it.
Feels great! Wow! Not bad for a guy who can't even go across the bridge.
It's really fun!
Bungee. All right! All right! That was fantastic. Oh, worth 25 bucks, definitely.
If you prefer something a little more down to earth, but just as exciting, challenge yourself to a fast-paced race, a street fight, or an all-out war in our video arcade. It's a full day and night of family fun at the Track Recreation Center, open all year long.
Slip into summertime fun with Alvin's Island Tropical Department Stores and Jansen. Alvin's Island for beachwear, exotic souvenirs, gifts, and of course, Jansen swimwear. 17 tropical locations throughout the Gulf Coast, where shopping is non-stop fun.
Alvin's Island.
Tropical department stores.
Swimwear to suit everyone. Beach bums is swimwear. With that incredible pink feeling. Walk in, suit up, swim out. Beach bums, being a beach bum is an attitude. Being a beach bum is a lifestyle. Beach bums is swimwear. It's the greatest swimwear store on the Emerald Coast with the greatest selection anywhere. The last stop before the beach, the first stop after the sun. Swimwear to suit everyone. The next best thing to be on the beach. Beach bums.
Soaking up the sun in paradise, kicking back on the beach, swimming, diving, fooling around. Do as you please now, we'll show you how. We've got the fun that you're after. Beach TV, tune in to Beach TV.
You're watching Sleepcore. Pleasant dreams.
It's new at Dimes. Laser discs at Broadway and Pines. Dimes Pizza Kitchen and 10-cent video. All 50 top video games. 5-0. Great lunch, great dinner. You're the winner. Dimes Pizza Kitchen and 10-cent video. The kind of place the whole family can go. Food that entices at old-fashioned prices. 50 video games, each place for a dime. And now they have laser discs on the line. At Broadway and Pines, Pizza Kitchen and 10-cent video, it's Dimes.
Backslide, when you ride with your back foot on its side and grab that front foot in the air. You'll find it's a soul grind. Back foot sliding and front foot riding perpendicular. Now, it's time to rewind. Up a grind or stall, and a spin. But it's real hip when you monkey flip. Plant one hand down and do a sideways spin. Now, you've got a clue.
Siyake Yalbe had a clue, taking the first ever gold medal in women's inline street. The 21-year-old from Japan says that when she rides handrails in Tokyo, the police say to her, quote, just say no, or they wish her luck. Her grinds on the rails at Mission Bay Park were done with crafty precision. As expected, Fabiola da Silva defended her inline vert title. The Brazilian, known as Fabiola, no last name is needed, was an unknown 1 year ago. She did not speak English. Now fluent in English, she's one of the top attractions on tour. She skates 4 times a week, 4 to 5 hours at a time. And meanwhile, the future is here in men's inline. Defending gold medalist Arlo Eisenberg knows what it's like to be the young guy on the scene. He knows how dangerous those young skaters can be. His challenger looked innocent. He was the smallest male in the X Games at 4'9", 90 pounds. But Aaron Feinberg was having a pretty good day, his birthday. Paul Higgins and Jack Edwards covered the inline competitions.
It was all about drive. Arlo Eisenberg owned the neighborhood in '96 and showed in San Diego that he still could walk the walk around the block. We know he can talk the talk. The skater who taunted society and who has driven Inline's commercial cutting edge finessed a 5th place finish. Chris Edwards was the only other skater in the final over the age of 19. Driving himself with the hell-bent fury of Thelma and Louise toward the canyon's edge, he aired arrogantly past opportunities for technical tricks, preferring burliness or burial and nothing in between. He took bronze. Aaron Feinberg was just barely old enough to drive. On his 16th birthday, he let himself off an 11-foot ledge. So clean. And right into the 360 over the spine. He matches the profile of the radius of the ramps so well with his foot position.
This run has just been chock full of tricks.
Eisenberg led the congratulatory charge toward the new champion. The celebration was alarmingly traditional as the older establishment crumbled like cake.
Happy birthday, Aaron!
Tim Ward is the most technical, well-rounded skater right now alive in the sport. Tim has a very efficient pump. The speed at which he spins around and in an unnatural direction, he makes it look so easy. These are some of the most difficult tricks, grinds as well. So technical, getting his foot underneath him, turning it sideways.
Never touched down with the hand.
Beautiful invert. Going up and coming back the same way.
Not a generally recommended method of stress relief, but it works for the leader in qualifying and the leader in the men's finals, Tim Ward.
Tim Ward, 2 grabs, his head finds the coping plenty early enough, and he's able to land right underneath the coping. And here, touching his toes on the coping and then planting right off of it. So technical.
Chris Edwards is back on the podium at the X Games. Tied Chris of France, a breath of fresh air at the X Games, showing great ambidextrous skill, takes silver. Tim Ward, he's the gold medalist in '97.
Well, here we are on Saturday and heading into Sunday, the last day of the weekend before it's time to go back to work. And the same old thing is happening across the northeastern United States. The heat is in place. The records fell by the wayside today, but you know what? Tomorrow, we might not be talking about as many records. The reason being is the frontal system that we see in the northeast is going to start to push through the area slightly. You can see by Sunday morning, it is clearing the Trenton, New Jersey area here, and that's going to bring some slightly cooler, slightly drier. Now, accent on the word slightly, because it doesn't mean we're going to drop way down in temperatures, but we are going to lose some 5 to 10 degrees off these readings that we saw for this afternoon. We are looking at some showers still likely along this frontal system here. And this thing here is going to try to head on through the area. So some big storms could be the possibility across parts of central Iowa in the morning hours. By midday, the front makes a move. and the showers will break on out right along the front. So basically, Kirksville, Missouri to Chicago and up toward Milwaukee, you could be talking about thunder showers by the midday hours, and then more widespread showers will develop as the heat of the day gets going across the southeastern United States. Once again, quite a variety of storms, kind of hard to pinpoint exactly where they'll be, but they will be there in many locations, and you could see some pretty heavy rains come on in as the storms pass by. The good news is this area of high pressure here is going to build on in and give places like Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Des Moines a break as far as rainfall is concerned. But you're not going to get a break on the readings across much of the eastern United States. You can see temperatures in the 70s, whereas in the west we could once again see some record lows by the morning hours. In fact, only getting into the 60s in some locations across parts of Idaho for Sunday. And on into Monday, we notice that we still have those 90s, but we're going to erode them away as we head through the week across the eastern seaboard. They will stick in, though, across the south because it is summer, and this is very typical to see warm temperatures and scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon hours from the heating of the day. But overall, if I had to pick something that's going to happen, it's a general cool down across the nation as we head in to the mid and latter part of the week. As far as storms, they're going to hang on with our front on Monday here. Strong storms in the Plain States will be in the same location by Tuesday. And then things start to weaken slightly on Wednesday, and we see just scattered garden variety thunderstorms once again across the eastern seaboard even come Thursday.
Find out what you can do now to protect your home from wildfire. Watch Fire Safe Sunday, July 11th at 5 and 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the Weather Channel.
It's a star-studded spectacular. Cool. It's Wet n Wild's Monster Summer Nights. Very cool. Featuring live music and hundreds of prizes nightly. Register to win the Wet n Wild Hummer or 2 first-class tickets nightly to Los Angeles on Hawaiian Airlines. Save $5 after 5 p.m. with a Pepsi can during Wet n Wild's Monster Summer Nights. Oh, yeah. Now playing nightly till 11 p.m.
Milford Amusement Center. We've got the fun. We've got the fun all year long. We've got the fun. Yeah, we've got billiards. Come on and play. Connecticut's largest game arcade. Bumper cars and go-karts too. And this is what kids love to do. We've got the fun. We've got it. We've got the fun all year long. It's fun for the family. Milford Amusement Center. We've got the fun.
You're watching Sleepcore, media for insomnia.
Extra, extra, read all about it. We're chilling when the weather gets warm, no doubt about it. To be cool and be somewhat respectable, pick up Pepsi in these hype receptacles. Cool cans are coming, so don't be afraid. And if you get lucky, then you might get paid. So yo, stop kicking, your pace better quicken before they run out or the clock stops ticking. Really, I'm not kidding.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies for...
Holiday Inn would like to make your summer vacation a real winner with our summer great rates. Only $29, $39, or $49 per room per night. The number of summer great rates rooms is limited, so call 1-800-HOLIDAY today and save with our summer great rates.
From sea to shining sea.
Grab board and go sidewalk surfing with me. It's summertime, summertime, summertime.
Sessions presents Summertime Gold, an amazing 5-record collection featuring 55 of the greatest hits of summertime, performed by the original artists. Just listen.
Oh, it's so nice to be with you. And it's a teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini, being you and going blue. My boyfriend's back and you're gonna be in trouble. Beach baby, give me your hand. Later on Monday and my heart stood still.
Relive all those great memories of summers past with Summertime Gold. This giant 5-record set contains 55 smash hits, all 100% certified original hits by the original artists.
Summer breeze, one fine day. Moving, just like Romeo and Juliet. Down at Palisades Park, the sun goes
Summertime Gold is a must for everyone. Your choice of stereo records, 8-tracks, or cassette tapes for just $19.95.
Undercover angel, midnight Tennessee, the night Chicago died. Now when you're feeling low and a fish won't bite, I couldn't sleep at all last night.
Here's how to get your Summertime Gold collection now.
CODN credit card customers, call toll-free 1-800-847-7000. That's 1-800-847-7000. Or save COD charges by sending check or money order for $19.95 for a 5-record set, 3 8-track or cassette tapes, plus $2.50 postage and handling to Summertime Gold. Box 1199, Scarsdale, New York.
When your teachers ask what you did for the summer, tell them you did nothing but watch cartoons for 3 solid months. In June, we'll kick things off with the Cartoon Network Bloopers Special. Then we've got brand new, never-before-seen episodes of The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. And help us celebrate Father's Day, or as we like to call it, My Dad's Gone Crazy Day. Then in July, we've got brand new Justice League episodes in Justice for All Saturday. Plus, we've got the premiere of a brand new cartoon, Teen Titans. And then it's Christmas in July, where you can ring in the holiday season with some of our best Christmas cartoons. And then in August, join numbers 1 through 5 for Mission Kids Next Door Weekend. Then watch the premiere of yet another brand new cartoon, Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century. And don't miss a special 12-hour Duck versus Rabbit marathon. It's all happening during our gigantic summer, only on Cartoon Network.
And as the anticipation builds towards this summer's slate of movies, Leonard Maltin has been burning the midnight oil to give us an inside look into what's shaping up to be the biggest summer movie season ever. Leonard.
Well, it could be that, Rob, because as usual, the movie companies are preparing to overwhelm us, which is both good and bad. Good because there's going to be a lot to choose from. Bad because obviously some worthy films stand to get lost in the shuffle. As to which movies will make the biggest splash, that's always a roll of the dice. But you don't need a big crystal ball to count on some films as surefire hits.
We're the best, we're the beautiful, we're the only Ghostbusters.
Yes, they're back, and they're not alone. Some people are calling this sequel summer. It's easy to see why. In addition to Ghostbusters 2, we're due to see Lethal Weapon 2, The Karate Kid 3, Star Trek 5.
Greetings, Captain.
Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Return of the Musketeers, and the 16th James Bond adventure, License to Kill.
Oh, rats.
The new Indiana Jones movie is called The Last Crusade, indicating no more sequels for this story. While at the other end of the spectrum, a sequel has been made to a movie hardly anybody saw in the first place, Eddie and the Cruisers. On the other hand, there are some serious contenders for hit movies this summer that have no particular precedent. Robin Williams plays a colorful and charismatic professor in Dead Poets Society.
Oh, Titus, bring your friend hither.
Dennis Quaid brings the rowdy rock and roller Jerry Lee Lewis to life in Great Balls of Fire. Michael J. Fox and Sean Penn bring their star power to a film set in Vietnam, Casualties of War. Sylvester Stallone faces life behind bars in Lockup. And Michael Douglas plays a New York City cop who gets caught in the Japanese underworld in the thriller Black Rain.
What is going on?
Well, comedy is coming on strong this summer. Monty Python's Terry Jones directs Eric the Viking, and his old pal John Cleese shows up for a small role. Steve Martin goes domestic in Ron Howard's Parenthood, the most impressive cast of the summer crop.
Doesn't anyone realize he's dead?
There's black comedy in Weekend at Bernie's, romantic comedy under the direction of Rob Reiner in When Harry Met Sally, Yahoo comedy with the unlikely Clint Eastwood in Pink Cadillac, and mafia comedy with Peter Falk and Emily Lloyd in Cookie.
I can't tell if you're really smart or retarded. What's your name? Billy. Billy what?
Some newcomers to screen stardom will be testing their wings, including Weird Al Yankovic in UHF, the Wonder Years' Fred Savage in Little Monsters, and a fellow named Yahoo Serious in the title role of a film that's already wowed him in Australia, Young Einstein.
Love.
Spike Lee promises something provocative in his explosive story of race relations, Do the Right Thing. And the Disney studio promises something out of the ordinary. And it's fantasy comedy starring Rick Moranis, Honey, I've Shrunk the Kids.
What is it? Earthquake! No, lawnmower!
Speaking of kids, they'll have plenty to keep them busy this summer with the reissue of Disney's classic, Peter Pan. A new Disney adventure yarn starring Keith Coogan called Cheetah and Friends, a Japanese import about a cat and dog, The Adventures of Milo and Otis, and a brand new animated feature based on the beloved children's book Babar called, cleverly enough, Babar the Movie.
There is something down there. Something not us.
And when it comes to biggies, there are two that stand out. A spectacular underwater adventure called The Abyss from the director of Aliens and The Terminator, and of course the much-anticipated Batman, starring Michael Keaton as the Caped Crusader and Jack Nicholson as the Joker. And any summer that promises that can't be all bad.
Nice outfit.
32 films there, and that's not even all. Tom Hanks has got a Disney comedy coming up co-starring a dog called Turner and Hooch. There's the biography of John Belushi called Wired. It's an offbeat film that's just made a sensation this week at the Cannes Film Festival. It's called Sex, Lies, and Videotape. And there's a brand new cartoon short I'm really excited about starring Roger Rabbit. It's called Tummy Trouble, and it's going to go out paired with the feature film Honey, I've Shrunk the Kids.
Leonard, what can you do about getting the summer extended so we've got time to see them all?
I don't know how they expect us to see them all, but as I say, it's kind of like lemmings going off the cliff. They all put out the movies at the same time.
And we're going to be broke by the end of the summer.
Right.
Yeah, not to mention the popcorn bill.
Yeah, I'm excited.
1997 is the biggest science fiction summer in entertainment history, and the only way to experience it all is through the eyes of the Sci-Fi Channel. You'll need more than just 5 senses for the Sci-Fi Channel's extrasensory summer. Shall we begin? Unearth the secrets behind the most exciting new sci-fi blockbusters. Yes. The launch of Mission Genesis, the Sci-Fi Channel's first original dramatic series. 8 exclusive Sci-Fi Channel movie theme weeks.
Godzilla!
Sci-Fi Channel up-to-the-minute coverage of the Mars Pathfinder landing.
Oh, it gets better.
The Federation's invasion of Las Vegas at the grand opening of Star Trek: The Experience. A week-long 50th anniversary celebration of the UFO crash at Roswell, hosted by Star Trek's Jonathan Frakes, featuring an original 2-hour Sci-Fi Channel special, Roswell Cover-Ups and Close Encounters, as well as 4 nights of Alien movie double features, 2 V miniseries, special Alien series marathons.
We are here to destroy you.
And coverage of the anniversary celebration direct from Roswell. On the big screen, on the small screen, and in the real world, it's the biggest sci-fi summer ever.
Believe me, it's happening.
And the only way to experience it all is the Sci-Fi Channel's extrasensory summer.
You're watching Sleepcore. Sleep tight.
Roses can help you get ready for those hot summer days ahead during our Summer Sizzler sale going on now. We've stocked up on everything you need to stay cool, and we've dropped our low everyday prices to give you the hottest bargains in town. Save on the sights and sounds of summer at Roses. This sale price GE camcorder is a must for vacation. Plus get super buys on a GE 20-inch color TV and this remote control VCR from Emerson. Hurry into Roses, where the summer saving is easy. Sale ends Saturday.
Not yet. Still not. Nope. Getting warmer. Now it's official. It's not really summer till you have your ballpark.
Only Ballpark Franks have such a big, juicy taste. They plump when you cook them.
Don't you just love summer?
Try Ballpark fat-free smoked white turkey Franks, made with white turkey meat.
And for what I'm paying for 4 days, I couldn't go anywhere and have this much fun.
Buy 1 ride session pass or 1 combination ride and water park pass or 1 night's camping and get the second one free with coupons now on 2-liter bottles of classic and Diet Coke. Ride 3 great coasters, 5 water slides, and the longest action river in the U.S.
Can't beat it.
Indiana Beach on beautiful Lake Shafer, Monticello, Indiana, proving once again there is more than corn in Indiana.
Hello, I'm Sally Knapp, and I do the leading soprano roles with the American Savoyards. We spend our summers in the state of Maine, here at the Gilbert and Sullivan Festival Theater in Monmouth. The company enjoys working in this unusual theater, and when we have leisure time, we enjoy sports and outdoor cookery. Once we had a chicken barbecue beside the lake. Just such a barbecue as you might have in your own backyard. Although our location gave us a chance to have an afternoon of horseback riding, swimming, and just relaxing in the sun. Our barbecue pit was of cinder blocks. By the time the last of our company arrived, the fumes of the starter fluid had burned from the charcoal. That takes several minutes. Our cook was a specialist who was to show us exactly how state of Maine broilers should be barbecued. Many of the things he said and what he showed us about cutting also applied to frying and broiling in the kitchen. The secret of starting broilers is to begin the cooking with the bone side of the bird towards the heat. On our 2-foot deep pit, the broilers were to be kept at low, even heat for 5 minutes before being turned. On smaller pits, where the birds are as near to the fire as 6 to 10 inches, they have to be turned at about 1.5 minutes and must be basted at once. We were using only 1 layer of briquette. When you have a barbecue by the water, there's always something to do while the chicken is broiling. But there's one way of waiting for dinner that is perhaps somewhat exclusive to the American Savoyards. It's an excuse for a busman's holiday. Whatever our picnic sport, the summer sun is itself a principal attraction. Now it's time to turn the broilers. And they have to be basted with barbecue sauce to help retain the natural juices of the meat. In some parts of the country, when anyone speaks of barbecue sauce, they mean a highly seasoned hot sauce. In Maine, the preference is for a bland sauce, a basting sauce which seals in moisture and brings out the flavor of the broilers. Our recipe called for 2 parts of vinegar, 2 parts of water, with 1 part of oil or butter, and salt to taste. Some of our company come from states which use hot sauce. For them, we use the same basic ingredients, a little Worcestershire sauce, and put in a few dashes of chili and a few garlic flakes. Whatever the sauce, basting with the basic ingredients helps to seal in the broiler's moisture. Our broilers cooked for 5 minutes with the bone side down. Then they were turned to cook on the skin side just half as long. They have to be cooked and turned like that for an hour or slightly more, depending on the size of the birds and the depth of the pit. Of course, a brisk wind speeds the cooking time. You can depend upon the aroma of broiling chicken to keep most of your party nearby. The lawn can become a stage for informal instruction or practice. But even broiling chicken won't dissuade your hobbyists from brief excursions. Under normal conditions, it takes from 1 hour to 1 hour and 15 minutes to broil chicken halves which weigh from 1 pound to 1.5 pounds. If the air is humid, or if the ground is wet, it will take 10 or 15 minutes longer. The cook is making a simple check. When the leg bone twists readily from the thigh meat, we can eat. There's something about eating by a lake with the sun going down. And barbecued chicken is one of the few ideal outdoor meals. It's easy to prepare and economical too. Goodbye.
We gotta say goodbye for the summer.
For $14.99, KFC gives you your choice of chicken, plus large mashed potatoes, gravy, any other large side, biscuits, honey barbecue wings, and our new big and chocolatey Oreo brownies. You'd be crazy to cook, unless this is where you want to spend your summer.
Yes, we gotta say goodbye for the summer.
So come into our kitchen and get the new you'd be crazy to cook.